Hello everyone, and welcome to
Chelsea going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
So things are underway. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Fernandes.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
Desailly is there to clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Costa. Tries to pass it through. And that was very necessary. Well, they could break here. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Spread it left. So what can they make of this? Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on the pitch. Royalty.
Andres Iniesta. Few do it better than him. Some say nobody has done it better than him. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Chelsea with the corner, they're first. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodri gives no quarter whatsoever.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. This is a promising build-up. Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Pedro Neto. He has found the way through. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
That's good defensive concentration.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Bellingham absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical.
Great chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the finish! And there's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Spread out to the left. Now it's Mbappe. Iniesta. Fernandes. Pedro Neto. And Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Very nicely done. Pedro Neto going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's definitely not his best. And this is Diego Costa. Now it's Bellingham. He's picked his way through. And that's played in low. Hazard.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's Cucurella. Cucurella just loves to go forward whenever he can. That's the throw. Pedro Neto. And they win it back again. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Cucurella, terrific effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Fernandes. Oh, super find. He's had it taken off him.
2 added minutes have been
Cucurella.
indicated.
Cucurella running with the ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Bellingham. And this is Diego Costa. So no flag here. And he's managed to get free. James clears without hesitation. It's a pretty loose pass. And for the first half, that is that. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Chelsea really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Nicely shaped. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pedro Neto. Good, strong midfield running here. Neuer getting this one clear. And that's been won straight back. Pinches it off him. Now this could be a chance. Caicedo. Chelsea can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
James makes the interception. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Diego Costa under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
great ball, and he's in here. Chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
After 58 minutes.
A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A case now of complete control. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Oh, look at the space here. Here it is, crossed in. Cleared without hesitation. Chelsea are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And he's had it nicked away. Shot, surely! He's kept it out, just.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Chelsea have their third corner. Desai tries to clear. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. He's had a shot! And a neat finish! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline.
67 minutes in.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Diego Costa really can't believe his luck. He was
Impressive jump! And that has flown over.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 19.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Number 20.
Ibrahimovic coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Short changes him with that pass. He's looking wide.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, delightful ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Cahill. And Caicedo. Shifted it to the flank. Looking for the run. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. That's really well cleared. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham picks it up out wide. Shot could be on. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
And it's Azar. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's put paid to the danger. Iniesta, a player who needs no introduction. Nicely worked.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number
So we have
22.
movement on both benches.
Jude Bellingham. Number 16. Rodri. Coming on the
Mbappe,
field.
great vision.
Number
You
9.
can run onto that.
Lionel Messi.
Ibrahimovic!
Javier Zanetti.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
That is good alertness.
Full edit minutes have been indicated.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's been hooked away. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Ruled out the best in the keeper.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 6.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Number 18.
Oh, greatly!
Mbappe.
Oh, terrific save.
Number 13.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Number 7. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Piqué! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Messi is flagged offside. And that will be the final act. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
So, there it is, everyone. A big up
The end of the
for our
game.
players.
Reflections?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
So welcome
today's
one and
match.
all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. but he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Now it's Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
He's had it taken off him. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Maldini. Knocks it into space. Bellingham. Bellingham stood his ground strongly. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Ronaldo. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters.
And the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi picks it up out wide. Manchester United have got it back and they'll have another go. Gullit. Not the most accurate pass. And now the breakaway. Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rodri, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe! Mbappe! There it is! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Varane cuts it out, and back to the keeper. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gullit. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicked it back promptly. Nicely weighted ball.
Manchester United really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
He's got away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Gullit. Gullit, and he shoots! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. And it's hit the woodwork and out! And it's Thuram. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for the run. Now it's Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Rice. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Can he get it through? That's tidy. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Rodri. showing good feet. And he's been shifted off it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Paulette. Out of play for a goal kick. Thuram gathers from the goal kick. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. He can run onto that. Neuer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Thuram calmly anticipates. Rice. Thuram. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
So off we go again.
Number 13.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Number 21, Eden Hazard.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That is good alertness. Probing pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Diego Costa. And here's Messi. And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Messi. Bellingham, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Mbappe. Maldini. No, he's just misjudged that one. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down there.
Now it's Costa. Threads one in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
This ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement. The ball has bounced loose now. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has been cut short. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Costa, now it's Bellingham, now it's Messi. Maldini has given away a free kick. It's come to nothing.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number
Size
9.
really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Coming on the field is number 6.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's going to be disappointed with that. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's an imaginative pass. And claimed it back swiftly. That has not gone well. Desai cuts out the pass. And it's Cucurella. Hazard. And he welcomes it in. Tries a shot! And he's stuck it away. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
After 74
That
minutes
was
in.
easy. Almost too easy.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Jude Bellingham. Coming on to replace
Starting to
him
look
is
very interesting,
number
this.
14.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Manchester United have their third corner.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Bale. Rodri. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Now it's Hazard. Stood up well to him there. And this is Bale. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries to pass it through. And he's managed to get rid. It's a pretty loose pass. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Gullit. Well, there's a probing ball. Ambitious ball here. And a chance! Oh, it's come loose. And it's Maldini. Nice control. He's going for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 16.
Manchester United are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
We are into stoppage time. Vieira gets the foot in and wins the ball.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Vieira. And he was quick to react. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A good watch, a really good watch, both sides.